Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're talking about the glamorous, sexy world of multifamily real estate investing. Because who doesn't want to pay for a roof they never live under? Yes, nothing gets the party started like amortization schedules and debt coverage ratios. While the average American is busy zelling their roommate for half the rent and 3 paper towels, real estate investor like Grant Cardone is out here buying entire buildings. That's right, he doesn't rent an apartment, he buys the zip code meanwhile. You know who loves multifamily real estate? Banks. You know who banks don't love? You trying to get approved for a $4 latte. According to Cardone's playbook, How to Create Wealth. Investing in real estate, the secret isn't flipping houses, it's collecting rent checks like Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. Unit 101, Unit 102, Unit 103. But here's the real kicker. Cardone doesn't just invest in apartments. He turns them into wealth-generating machines. While you're figuring out who took the good Tupperware from the break room, he's cash flowing his way to freedom. So tonight, we're diving headfirst into the surprisingly not boring world of apartment buildings, pulling insights from Cardone's big bold Bible of real estate, and asking the hard questions like, is it better to own one giant building or 10 very confused roommates? And what is a REIT? And does it need antibiotics? Our goal? To make you laugh, learn, and maybe own your neighbor's apartment someday. Let's roll. We're digging into the godfather of apartment profits himself, Grant Cardone. His book? How to Create Wealth Investing in Real Estate. Now, Grant starts with the basics. There are all kinds of real estate. Single-family homes, duplexes, storage units, office buildings, and of course, my favorite, coupon clippers, beat. Which sounds like a grandma's hobby, but is apparently a thing. Meanwhile, Cardone says, in real estate, the fewer the doors, the harder it is to make money. Which is also how I feel about my high school dating life. So, if you're thinking of investing in a single home, Grant gently screams, no, buy 50 doors or don't come to dinner. Okay, let's really unpack this then. I mean, you look at all the ways to invest out there, and Cardone consistently points to multifamily real estate as something, well, special. He even calls cash flow the holy grail of finance. Why such strong words? What makes it stand out? Now folks, real estate, unlike the stock market, is real. You can touch it, walk it, and even accidentally lock yourself out of it. And when we talk multifamily properties, we're not just buying walls and ceilings, we're buying cash flow. Sweet monthly rent checks that roll in like clockwork. Assuming your tenants aren't musicians. Because while stock investors are out here manifesting value like it's a crystal healing session, apartment investors are out here collecting rent like it's Girl Scout cookie season. Meanwhile, every time you raise rents, you're not just making more income, you're actually making the whole property worth more. That's right. It's like giving your building a raise without having to sit through a performance review. And guess what? The banks eat this up. They look at that NOI, net operating income, and go, yes, we'd love to give you more money so you can buy more apartments. And here's the kicker. You don't even have to use your money. You use someone else's. That's called leverage. It's like bringing a date to prom, who also pays for the limo, dinner, and tux. So while your cousin Dave is still trying to flip Dogecoin, you're out here literally increasing your wealth every time you change the Wi-Fi password and charge an extra $50 for it. So, why are apartments the golden retrievers of real estate? Simple. They're loyal, dependable, and they clean up after themselves. Okay, that last part's a lie. But the rest? True. Meanwhile, Cardone says demand is off the charts. You've got 80 million baby boomers saying, you know what? I'm done mowing lawns and arguing with the HOA about mailbox color. So they downsize, they rent, they chill. And then enter 75 million millennials who can't buy homes because housing prices are higher than Snoop Dogg on a space elevator. So what do? They rent too, because apparently avocado toast doesn't qualify as a down payment. That's a massive built-in customer base. It's like owning the only vending machine in a high school. Everyone's coming to you for the goods. And here's where it gets spicy. Apartments outperform stocks. Why? Because when the market crashes, people still need a place to cry, preferably with central air and on-site laundry. Meanwhile, let's talk taxes, because nothing gets the blood pumping like depreciation schedules. Apartments come with beautiful tax perks like depreciation, which basically says this building is getting older, so we'll pretend it's losing value while you keep making money. You're welcome. And the magical 1031 exchange, where Uncle Sam says, "Oh, you sold your building and made a fortune, just reinvest it, and we'll pretend it never happened." Meanwhile, the stock market is over there like, "Oops, someone sneezed in the White House. There goes your 401k. It's the real estate version of tag you're not taxed. So let's review. Massive demand, solid monthly cash flow, killer tax benefits, and resilience in a downturn. Alright, so you're convinced, you're sold, you want a piece of this hot apartment action, you're ready to stop living in a unit, and start owning the whole building. Well, Grant Cardone lays out 4 glorious paths to real estate domination. And spoiler alert, some are more glamorous than others. Let's start with 1. Do it yourself. This is the full cardio version of investing. You find the deal. You get the loan. You fix the plumbing. You evict Ricky from Unit 3B. You do it all. Then cry in the utility closet while calculating your ROI in the dark. It's entrepreneurship, baby, with just a dash of emotional breakdown. 2. REITs, real estate investment trusts. You invest in shares of real estate, kind of like buying a slice of pizza that you don't get to eat. You're in, but you're not in. It's like real estate cosplay. And the worst part? When the stock market hiccups, your returns go poof, even if the buildings themselves are still standing strong. 3. Create partnerships, aka, "Hey Mom, Dad, Uncle Tony, how do you feel about multifamily syndication?" You assemble a squad, Avengers style, and hope someone has good credit and a better personality. 4. Invest in partnerships. Now we're talking. This is the real estate investor's version of passive income and chill. You don't find the deal, you find the person who finds the deal. You ride shotgun in a high-speed cash flow machine. You're not the pilot, but you do wear sunglasses indoors and nod at spreadsheets like you understand IRR. Meanwhile, Grant Cardone is out here syndicating 9-figure deals like it's Ocean's 11, handpicking investors like Clooney picks casino vaults. And you're still trying to split the brunch bill with 5 roommates on Zelle, and one of them still uses PayPal. But the good news is, you can play. You just need to choose your lane. So whether you're the hands-on fix the faucet at midnight type, or the text me when the dividend hits investor, there's a strategy for you. And best of all, no matter which route you take, you're still not depending on your boss to give you a raise, just your tenants to not flush dish sponges down the toilet. Now before you jump into real estate like it's a hot tub filled with rent checks, let's review the sacred commandments of Grant Cardone's gospel of investing. Rule number 1, don't lose money. Rule number 2, don't forget rule number 1. Rule number 3, if you do forget, reread rule number 1, then cry softly into a financial statement. Because in this game, it's not about making money first, it's about not setting it on fire in the first place. Which, let's be honest, disqualifies most of Twitter. Meanwhile, there's another crucial truth. Grant drops like a rent check in the mailbox. Get a property manager. Because nothing says freedom and passive income like not getting a 2 a.m. phone call about a raccoon in the laundry room. This isn't a perk, it's a requirement. Let the pros handle maintenance, leasing, and tenants who think "don't flush paper towels" is just a suggestion. And if you want financing, oh honey, the banks are watching. They want to see cash flow, operational history, proof that you're not going to run this thing like a failed food truck. Meanwhile, just because you once rented a U-Haul does not mean you're qualified to manage a 48-unit apartment complex. Though yes, that does show you're good at driving things into curbs. So remember, no money lost, get a manager, and please, for the love of leverage, don't use Comic Sans in your business plan. Let's talk numbers, because investing without math is like dating without red flags. Exciting, but doomed. Just because he owns a truck doesn't mean he's financially stable. And just because a property has a nice lobby doesn't mean it's cash flowing. So here are the 3 metrics that separate the pros from the "please don't ever call me again" types. Net operating income, NOI, equals total revenue, operating expenses. Think of it as what's left after your tenants pay you, and you pay everyone else. If there's money left, congrats, you're in business. If there's not, congrats, you now own a very expensive hobby. Cap rate is your return on investment, but not to be confused with a snapback hat. One says, "I'm cool," the other says, "I understand asset valuation." But honestly, both involve questionable math at parties. Debt coverage ratio equals to, can your property pay its own bills? Or is it freeloading like your cousin Ricky, who just needs to crash on the couch for a week, but is still there 3 months later watching Netflix on your account? If the DCR is above 1.25, lenders smile. If it's below 1.0, they vanish like your crypto gains. Meanwhile, Cardone reminds us, again and again, cash flow is king. Because even if your building isn't doubling in value overnight, if the rent's still rolling in, you're golden. It's like having a goose that lays eggs, just slower and with way more plumbing issues. And here's the poetic part. If you've got cash flow and time, appreciation will come, like a fine beauty, or a halfway decent Wi-Fi signal in an Airbnb built entirely out of reclaimed driftwood and optimism. So bottom line, you don't have to predict the market, you just have to own something that prints money now. And wait, investing. It's not about timing the market, it's about time in the market, and not losing your shirt to a bad spreadsheet. So, what have we learned, friends? Real estate can make you rich, but only if you aim higher than buying a studio condo and calling it financial freedom while you're still assembling IKEA furniture with a butter knife. It's not about owning a single sad unit with one window and a neighbor who plays the trumpet at midnight. It's about thinking bigger. Owning assets that produce cash. Building wealth you don't have to clock in for. Whether you're a DIY warrior patching drywall with YouTube tutorials, deal-making partners shaking hands like it's Shark Tank, or just here for the rich people gossip and tax loopholes, stay informed, stay out of bad debt, and maybe, just maybe, own the building your boss works in. Then raise his rent. Because multifamily real estate isn't just a strategy, it's a power move. The kind that says, I don't just live here, I collect checks from people who do. Fewer clogged toilets, more leveraged appreciation, and enough depreciation to make the IRS blink twice. This has been Money While in Multifamily. If you laughed, learned, or momentarily forgot about your credit card APR, like, comment, subscribe. And we'll keep the cash flow and the jokes coming. Until next time, may your cap rates stay strong and your cousin Ricky finally move out.